Good afternoon.
Hello.
You are in for an informative live. And so, yeah,
We're at day 12.
if you have ever fasted before, have you ever noticed how that can transform your relationship with food?
We're talking about the reawakening of our senses.
Mhm.
We're noticing that after 12 days of fasting, our sense of smell has gotten more sensitive,
Mhm.
and our sense of taste.
Yep.
Um, all of our senses are kind of awakening here because of this fast.
Yeah. And before we go on to that, how was your day today?
My day was pretty good. I did have to fast on water since last night because I had a medical test this morning, so I had to go in fasting. So by the time I got out, I
You
was ready for
experienced.
something other than water. And yes, I paused to smell the coffee before I took a sip and savored it. And so all of these things, we had talked about it yesterday, but was noticing it even more today.
Yeah, because we're not doing solid foods. We're mainly sticking to soups and broths and things like that. And they're soft foods. They're usually soups are made out of whole ingredients, and they are. It's not something we normally turn to eat on a
Right.
regular basis,
At
and
least not
so
me. I ate a lot of processed stuff.
yeah, and basically they taste amazing. So sometimes we just forget. But my day was okay. My day was okay. I was telling you how I was feeling tired. I was coming from work and I was feeling uh, excessively tired today.
You didn't sleep great
Just
last night.
I didn't sleep good last night. I was late, just thinking about something I had to get done for work, and um, I didn't get to sleep, and then I went to a client that I feel takes a lot of me. Just with the work that I do, sometimes it's not just physical; it's like energy, and I just felt a little bit drained when I came home. So I took a little nap, but I had my soup, and that was okay. I did have extra coffee today, which I'm trying to cut down on the coffee to have two. I had a third coffee, but that's okay. We are actually having a pretty busy weekend we're excited about, so it's going to be interesting on how our weekend goes as far as being out and doing activities.
Yeah, we're entertaining a teenager
We're
for the
Yeah.
weekend, and so we're going to be around places that have food, like a game
Yeah,
center,
and
roller
obviously
skating.
she's not gonna fast, and so we're going to, see how we're just gonna have to get creative. So we'll see how it goes, and I mean, but we're okay with the
Yeah,
challenge, so we'll come and report. But basically, this is just another way. It's just another challenge that we are facing to overcome food addiction and to stick to our purpose of this fast and
exercise
spiritually.
self-control, grow
Yeah,
that area.
spiritually speaking, just the simple fact that we are persevering through challenging times can help us in other aspects of our life. And so
Absolutely.
we continue to exercise self-control. Life is not going to be easy, and so we cannot have easy results or easy process for any of the things we face. A lot of the times people in the diet community, they want instant result, they want that magic pill, they want that magic
Shot
vaccine,
now.
that shot or that surgery. And what happens is, because I've done them all, I can say that you can have the weight loss, you can have the surgery. I've had a tummy tuck because I had a big belly, and I'm not ashamed to say it. But then I gained the weight. Yes, I don't gain in the belly, but I still do gain the weight if I do not keep track or keep an eye on how much food I consume. And so it's so important that people do realize that it's going to, if you want a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle and a healthy weight, it's going to require to develop self-control.
You know, I've lost this weight before,
Hmm.
but then I've gained it back.
Hmm.
And this fast has made me realize that when I lost it before, I didn't do calorie counting stuff like, but I didn't address the emotional reasons that I was eating.
Same.
I stuck to calorie counting and lost the weight, but when heavy emotions came back in my life and I stopped and I didn't know how to deal with them properly, I went back to emotional eating. This time around, I've lost the weight, but I've addressed my emotional areas of my life, or at least dealt with my emotions head on rather than turning to food.
Right.
And so I know that this time around it's going to be successful. And so I'm mentioning that because for you, whatever it is, a big part of eating could be emotional.
Absolutely. And that's also what when I quit drinking the first time around, I didn't address some of the emotion. I was doing it because of religious reason, because it was looked down upon. And this second time around, I was taking internal, quite like I was taking internal inventory of why am I drinking? Why am I drinking? Why am I turning to this glass of wine or this, liquor? And I realized that, there were unaddressed issues that I needed to face. I faced them, and then I realized I don't need alcohol. I don't like the way it makes me
I was going to say,
feel.
you didn't even like what it was actually doing.
Yeah. And, truth be told, yes, maybe, I think the mind, we train the body to like something, because if you really, for someone who drinks alcohol, and I don't know, comment below, let me know if you drink, if you really do like, but I remember the first time I tried alcohol for the first time, it's not even that good, the taste. What's good is how you feel after for a temporary time, but that's what leads to addiction. But alcohol itself, I mean, honestly, I'd rather eat something tasteful that tastes good from the moment you put it in your mouth through the time of chewing it and consume the food than hard liquor. It's really not that good. You often see people who drink make this kind of face, you know what I mean? And it like goes down and it's burning them. And so, anyways, just the point of that is that, addressing the emotion is what, and now also, like you said, this is a lifestyle, because I know that I'm addressing the emotional issues as they come rather than turning to food. They come. I realize that I have an emotion that might take me or lead me to eat. I address them at that moment.
And it's breaking wrong mindsets. It's
Yes.
recognizing the lies, like
Yes.
that you thought alcohol was going to make you feel better.
Right.
Or that I thought eating a ton of food, like if I had my way on a Sunday, I would line the whole table full of food, of subs and chips and all these things and cookies and everything, and just sit there and gorge myself all day for hours if I could, telling myself that was going to be awesome and I would feel better. Instead, feeling stuffed, feeling tired, unproductive, all these different things, gaining weight, making my body unhealthy. Like it was all lies and wrong thinking that I was convinced of from whatever, being raised that way or seeing the example. And now just treating myself to little things. I like the flavors. I want flavors, but I don't need the quantity. And when we were discovering today, we're saying reawakening your senses.
But wait, before you go there, if you are here, you are wanting to overcome something about unhealthy relationship with food. Have you caught yourself saying, oh no, I don't like that. I don't like the way that tastes. Or, like referring to something that most people in the healthy community say it's healthy. And you're like, no, that doesn't taste good. And you've heard it say,
you mean like broccoli or something?
Okay, something like that. And then you've heard it say you have to acquire a taste to it. Okay, so go ahead, go on. There is a reason why I'm bringing that up, but I just want to keep that there.
So I realized that, before the fast, if I wanted cookies, let's say, I'd buy from Publix a dozen, 2 dozen, that box, and I would, as quickly as I can, just be like munching through those cookies because I wanted the taste. But just going through them fast was gorging myself, and it wasn't necessarily allowing me to savor or enjoy that taste. Yeah. And with this fast and us not having food and enjoying a sip of vegetable juice or a sip of fruit juice or a sip of coffee and savoring that, a sip of chocolate almond milk, it's so much better. And so now I know that when this fast is over, if I want a cookie, I told Glenn I'm going to do this challenge, and I'm probably going to put it on our site. I'm going to take a cookie and I'm going to take a pizza cutter and I'm going to slice it like 5 ways this way and 5 ways this way, make little tiny cubes, and get a toothpick. And I'm going to take one bite of a chocolate chip cookie and savor it, and not be able to take that second bite without like at least a minute going by, and come back and savoring it, because that's really what we want. We want that flavor, but we don't need that quantity that we're putting in our bodies.
Right. And so the point of the acquired taste is because our taste buds can change, and we can retrain our brain and our mind and our body to desire healthier foods. And sometimes a reset is what is required, which is what we're doing. We're resetting our taste buds with a fast. And so maybe for you, that is something that you can do. But basically, you are eliminating those high palatable foods that cause you to mindlessly eat. And so the benefits of fasting and the reawakening of the senses is just rediscovering that natural that natural whole foods. Smoothies can taste vibrant and can taste delicious. Like when we go through the lowest points, we're thinking, do you want a smoothie? No, I don't want a smoothie. No. But now
this is so relatable. Like
so yummy.
Before this fast, all I wanted was junk food and that kind of tasting stuff. And being on this fast, like I never would have picked the smoothie over ice cream before, but now I'm really enjoying the smoothie.
Yeah.
And I can't really stand tomatoes, but I've been like savoring little V8 tomato juice on this fast because I'm not having other flavors.
And if you take inventory on how you feel after a smoothie versus after ice cream, you will realize that you feel so much better when you have the smoothie versus when you have the ice cream, that eventually you're just going to gravitate naturally to like that smoothie over the ice cream. It doesn't mean you'll never have the ice cream. I'll probably have the ice cream, but I now recognize, I love, this is my favorite. There's one candy from Dollar Tree that I love. That's caramel with a little marshmallow or sugar thing in the middle, and that's my favorite. But like, I know anytime I go to the dollar store, I will buy that bag and I will eat that bag in less than 5 minutes. And now I've brought it and it just sits in my refrigerator, and I'll maybe have 1, 2, 3 pieces. And that's because I know that if I eat the whole bag, I just don't like the way I feel. So that's what we, want to encourage. And that's what we are doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to speak for Brett.
Yeah,
but
well, true. Before the fast, when I was calorie counting, even before the calorie counting, if I wanted a Snickers, I'd be buying like 2 king-size bars and eat them both. When I was on the calorie counting, I'm buying the little mini fun size or bite size and having just a little bit. So now I realize I don't even need it all the time.
Right. And that's what fasting, that's one of the benefits of fasting, and that's how it can reawaken your senses. Also the sense of smell, like just like he said, the coffee this morning, that was, and heightened, and visual awareness. Like maybe before I would look at a fruit or something and it's like it doesn't do anything to me, but now if I see something that is liquid that's looks yummy, I'm going to welcome that and want to try that over basically.
We're being more appreciative, and
that's perfect.
We're not ungrateful for the food we have or the things like that. Like it really has caused us to slow down, to be even more mindful than we were being.
That's right. And spiritually speaking, it also makes us more aware because we're not so focused on food and what to eat, and our brain isn't thinking. So, we're just, again, trying to train from year to the next to continue to build on a healthier lifestyle. And so fasting on a yearly basis or every once in a while, we've
talked about maybe some challenges of doing it more often.
Exactly.
For shorter periods of time.
For shorter period of times and more frequent, so that we can rebuild a little bit faster. We don't want to set ourselves up for failure, but we do want to build a lifestyle. And so maybe waiting a whole year might not necessarily be something we're going to continue to do. We might do it again, I don't know, in 6 months or
Yeah.
3 months,
I mean, if this is
or
working for you
monthly, if this is
too,
working for
yeah,
you. If
we might think about
yeah,
1 day a month
how long
or
would you fast for? How long would you be willing to remove a food item or a food group or food from your life? Or
let
how
us
long
know.
would you be willing to not chew food for? Let's say do soups and do broths and things like that. Or maybe if you do chew, you're just going to chew soups and you're not going to eat
Or
anything else.
vegetable
Or
fast.
a vegetable fast. Yes. How long would you do that for? How long would you eliminate the sweets and those foods that cause you to mindless eat? Um, I think also fasting can help productivity. We have talked about
Yeah.
that. And so, and it increases the energy, it gives you clarity. It's just your senses do definitely
There's
increase.
even some studies that say like fasting actually causes your body to heal on
Yes,
the
it
inside from
regenerates.
different things.
We were not created to never not eat. We were created to have long periods of times without food. If you think back in, the earlier times, and we have gone to, not only do we not, not only are we eating all the time, we are indoors, not doing uh,
Mm.
activities where before we had cars, people walked everywhere. And now we're just driving to places and we're barely moving our bodies. So, that is another challenge that would be, would be something that we would consider a movement challenge because we were created to move. So, anyways, that is basically how fasting can reawaken you and how it's reawakened us. If you are fasting with us, let us know if you have seen these
Yeah.
benefits, or if you have fasted before, let us know if you have seen those benefits. And if you're interested about fasting, let us know. We would love for you to join. We are fasting until October 27th, and that is a result of a fast that we started because of a Bible plan that was published on New Version, 21 day of fasting and prayer into and through your next season. We're doing daily prayers at 7 o'clock in the morning on our other channel at Influence for Purpose. All the information is going to be left below. And yeah, we're here just documenting for the first time. We thought that it would be beneficial to document the day to day and how we are, what we're experiencing, the practical areas, the physical and emotional benefits of it.
Yeah, again, one of the emotional benefits is I'm breaking off limiting beliefs and negative mindsets. I
Yes.
never thought that I could do a 21-day fast,
Yeah.
and here we are 12 days in,
Yeah.
and it really almost seems like normal life right
Yeah.
now. Not feeling overly challenged by lack of food and feeling all these benefits. So I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to the rest
Yeah,
of
and
this
I've
fast.
I've done a 21-day fast on water, and I didn't fast that long ever like that, except that one time, and I barely even fasted. And we fasted a day here, a few days there. But I'm excited about this 21-day fast. And actually, my daughter and I had talked about monthly fasts, like a 1 day fasting and prayer. That is also something we can institute.
Yeah.
It's good to give the body a break from having to eat and digest. If you notice when you eat, you feel tired after, and that's because your body is digesting. So when you're fasting, your body is resting. So, let us know if you're
Yeah.
interested. If you want to join the fast, we 100% recommend that you do it with our free journal with the prompting questions. Why are you eating what you're eating when you're eating it? If you don't like the original first answers to those questions, the goal is to respond in a way where you are comfortable with what those answers are to build a healthier lifestyle. You are eating to live for your purpose, whatever it is that you're gifted at, your purpose in life, and not to numb that or suppress that because you're turning to food to comfort, procrastination or whatever else. So
Yeah.
anyways, we are just going to finish up here with a prayer, and if you don't have anything else to say.
No. Okay.
All right. Would you mind doing the prayer today?
Sure, of course. God, we just thank you so much for another day of life and for creating us with plans and purpose. And Father, however we've gotten to this point, our relationship with food, we are involved in this fast. Um, seeking you spiritually for direction and guidance in our life, but also this fast helps us to be healthier and take care of the temple that you've given us. And so we just pray for everyone who is on this fast or seeing this video and interested in breaking off addictions to food or anything else, or is interested in making a change in the way they eat or the way they feel. We just pray, Lord, that these resources help them, that they can find freedom in those areas, and that you bless them with joy and peace and opening up their eyes to the possibilities.
Yes.
Pray this in your wonderful name, Jesus.
Amen. Amen. Make sure that if you enjoy what you see, that you subscribe. If you aren't, like the video. It would really help us with the algorithms to share it, or at least that's what I hear. And click the notification bell so that you are notified next time we come. We don't know what time these are. Every day is different. We don't know what time we'll be here tomorrow, but we will be here tomorrow. So we look forward to seeing you then.
Bye.
Bye.